What's up, Scorpio gang? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. That's me. You are Scorpio. You are here for your career and finances tarot spread. What's up, guys? I hope this video finds you well. Let's see. What do you need to know? This is going to be end of January into end of February, roughly, right? We know energy is free-flowing. Hard to put a stop and start date on it. But as always, guys, general messages here on YouTube. Not everything I say will resonate with all the Scorpios out there. So that means it is up to you guys to come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind, and ultimately to take away only the messages that resonate with you in some way, in some capacity. If it empowers you, inspires you, that is my goal here. That's what I want. If it feels strange or foreign, if the messages aren't making sense to you, it's probably not your reading. And it won't be every time, unfortunately, right, in these generals. So I hope lots and lots of this resonates. I hope pieces and parts of it will. But yeah, it's up to you guys to discern those messages. You will always be in the driver's seat of your own life. All right. Those are my basic rules. Everything else is written in the description box down below for you Scorpios, including the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media channels. I am The Intuitive Teacup on Facebook, Instagram, and as of late, online. I'm theintuitiveteacup.com. Check me out if you want to learn more about me, tarot, etc. Yeah, just pop on by, give it a look-see. Other than that, we're going to hop in for my Scorpios wondering about career, money, and finances. Scorpios, career, money, finance, jobs, internships, all that good stuff. That one wants to come out too. It was like the tippy top of your deck. All right, so bottom, you have 7 of Bees and the King of Cups. All right, so there you are. I like that a lot. Some sort of indecision about starting anew. You see huge potential in it, though. It's like you can almost see the light at the end of the tunnel. You can envision it being this fairy tale dream scenario. But interesting, I'm almost getting with this, make sure you don't jump without thinking it through. There's something, this is like, you know, the fantasy fairy tale wish coming true, but there's something about it where it might not actually be a reality yet. Yeah, it's like there may be some business opportunity or something you're looking to, you know, in kind of that fool, innocent, lighthearted, sort of, you know, naive energy of like starting fresh, starting anew. I see all the potential in this. There's something about it's King of Cups because it is very much in alignment with your love, with your desires, with what you want. But what's underneath all that like badass energy, the idea, the seed for this, it's only a page. Like there's so much room to grow on this, which is great, right? There's absolutely room for this business, this job, this whatever to grow and you know, make its way into the future. But yeah, something about this, you have the card of moving on. You're being asked to think about that. Are you truly committed to this idea for the long haul, for the long term? Or is this a quick fix to get away from something that isn't inspiring you, that isn't making you super happy? Something that, yeah, some of you may actually be taking courses, something about a student wanting to fast forward through like the building blocks of it. Or again, even being like new at a job and having to go through like those bullshit training courses they make you take or something like that. This sort of feels like trying to take a shortcut. And it's not so much, well, it might be. I was going to say it's not so much sneaky energy. It more has to do with, I just want to get to like what feels good. It's almost like the, you know, just give me the drugs, doc. Like, you know what I mean? There's something about it you want. There's a great phrase that I am just glossing over. What am I trying to say? You want the quick fix. You want the, yeah, it's like you want the reward to come sooner, but you're willing to like risk something about not going the safe route, not going the traditional route. You're trying to expedite the process, but you have 2 cards indicating, at least to me, hold on just a second there. Like, let's just think about this. Let's just, you know, stay logical. Let's stay grounded. Yes, let's dream about that cup that exists in our reality, like it's floating in our head. That's what I mean. There's like a dreamy element to this, King of Cups, Fool, and you know, the 10 of Cups, long-term fairy tale ending, the Cinderella story. That's a great metaphor for this. You want the rags to riches. You want something almost overnight, and it's like you're willing to, pun intended, jump ship because something about you have stars in your eyes about it. Some of you are a little bit out of touch with reality at the moment, and no shade, Scorpio, please don't take offense to that. This is actually good. The Emperor is in reverse here. There is absolutely a red flag cautioning to you. At minimum, have you really thought this through? And maybe some of you have. Maybe some of you are so set and determined that even though this is a seedling, even though you are maybe a bit naive in this new field, you feel it in your heart that you can have all the successes and the dreams for this career. Yeah, absolutely you can. But again, with Emperor and reverse and something about the lessons on your ship, it's just questioning, is this the right time? Maybe this card in the reverse is indicating, hey, like, what if we hang out a little bit longer? Like, whenever I see these fours together, oh, what did I do with that? Where's my four of Pentacles? I'm sorry, I lost it. What did I do with my four of Pentacles? There it is. Okay, something about this four, it's like, don't lose your shit. Like, keep it together just a little bit longer before you give your resignation, before you, again, jump ship or make some sort of executive, authoritative decision. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, yeah, you guys, I'm reading the cards as they are. You have Seven of Swords twice. In a lower vibration, it's the liar, cheater, thief card. For this, not so much. It has to do with robbing yourself of an opportunity because you didn't let it marinate. You didn't let it grow the way it was supposed to. It's like you were trying to speed up the clock or mess with reality. And I'm getting you're going to paint yourself in an awkward corner. If you leap before you look, or again, you try and expedite something where it's like, it's a seed, it's nature, it can only grow so fast. Something about like a watch pot never boils. It's that. It's like, as much as you want to will this to happen, ultimately it's like, it comes down to the facts and figures of when you know it's the right time to go after it. Some of you have amazing, incredible dreams and goals, and that's absolutely coming to the forefront in this reading. You have two tens, two of the best tens, right? Like, incredible cards. Long-term happiness, and then longevity longevity and stability in career and finances, and in the legacy and the loyalty of the people you work with and love and want to build a future with, right? Maybe this has to do with a relationship. But again, this is cautioning you. Sorry, guys. I just inhaled some air. 1 second, I'm so sorry. Ooh, that didn't feel good. Anyway, this guy is indecisive. He knows that by fleeing now, there's something he's leaving behind. There's indecision here. Do I or don't I? I'm ready to go. I'm excited, but am I going to get caught? Am I going to regret this decision? All right, Scorpio, we're back. I am so sorry about that. So the other thing that this could indicate is you going off on, if you're applying to jobs and going on interviews while you're still working somewhere else, you may be like, I don't know what like not clocking out or something. And like you're on the clock, you're being paid, but like you're off doing something else. And that's sort of what this could be too. There's something very lighthearted and fun about this. Some of you might just be like skipping school, skipping work, like taking a mental health day. But with that, again, there's like a Ferris Bueller vibe to this with the Fool. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Like, he fakes it, right? He stays home sick. But then, like, when he's out in the world doing his thing, there's something about getting caught, and it's a close call. It's a close call with an Emperor, so maybe a father, or if your mother is a Libra, something about that might be important. And yeah, you being the student, there's a really great, there's a great, Ferris Bueller metaphor here. It's just cautioning you, be careful about your breadcrumb trail. Be careful about, what you think you're doing discreetly. He's in broad daylight, right? Oh, now I got a tickle. I'm so sorry. All right, anyway, none of that had anything to do with your actual reading. Those were all just bottom of your deck, but I was getting slammed with messages, so. Yeah, this Emperor in reverse is your Edward Rooney. For those of you who have seen that movie, it's something about someone who's trying to trump you, someone who's trying to stop you from, the thing is, it's like stop you from having fun. You just want to go out and enjoy something. Some of you want to go out and chase that career of your dreams, but this could represent a lot of things. It could represent a current boss you work for that you don't like. It could also represent universe throwing obstacles at you because something about the timing isn't quite right for this. This little seedling, you have the vision of it being an oak tree, and that's beautiful. That's great. But don't paint yourself into a corner by Jumping ship too soon, it's going to be awkward. There may be some sort of regret there. Choose your path with a TH. Choose your path wisely. Communication, epiphany, knowledge, logic, the truth. Again, this is not a time to be telling white lies or trying to cover up evidence of something you did. Because, yeah, you have two cards really indicating, it's like, watch your step. Again, be careful of the trail you're leaving behind. Some of you are under this impression that because you're doing something that makes you happy, this is so funny. Because whatever you're doing, you're sneaking away. You're not causing, it's not out of malicious intent. You're not trying to cause anybody heartbreak or sadness. It's something that I heard the word God complex. You think you're untouchable in a sense because what you're doing, it's fun. It's lighthearted. There's no harm in it. But you also think you're above the law because of it. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on here. Some of you are taking some sort of tricky risk on something, which again, taking risks is not a bad thing. The Fool is generally a good card, but to me, this card is showing up as don't be foolish. And every now and then that does come up with the Fool. As I'm saying, like, with these fours, they're comfort zones, they're safety zones, and I hate that I'm saying this in a reading because I'm all about busting out of those safety zones. Because the Emperor is in reverse, and this is a career spread, and you have 7 of Swords and Heartbreak and 8 of Swords coming up, ask yourself why. The Emperor representing, you know, the one who builds the empire, career, the one who controls your money, your finances. Why is he coming up in reverse here, Scorpio? Right? A lot of reasons. It's a general reading, but that's not great. Again, watch your step. Careful. Like, keep your shit together. Keep everything, like, you know, buttoned up nice and tight. Don't let your hand show. Don't, like, yeah, something about don't reveal the tricks up your sleeve quite yet. All right, Scorpio, we're going to try this again. I'm so sorry. I just didn't want you to hear my coughing. That's not good. No one wants that. Death card is also showing up in reverse. Again, your card. I love seeing your card come out in your spread. It's in reverse. Scorpio, you are the house of transformation, right? The idea of moving on, closing out cycles. Again, organically, not trying to rush the process, expedite the process. It's something like you're causing waves. You're causing chaos or anarchy or even like the idea of difficult emotions, tempers, whatever. Something about you are causing this commotion because you're trying to get to smooth waters. You're trying to get to clear waters, to peace of mind, to again, make something that aligns with your heart. It's something about closing out this cycle, this relationship, this day at work, the appropriate way. I just keep wanting to say you're vibing low, but you don't realize it because what you're going after, it's beautiful and it's not causing anybody harm. It's not ruining anyone's day. But again, I keep getting there's something illegal about it. And that might be like a play on words, or it might be a lesser version. It's something that is frowned upon. Yeah, there's something to that. Anyway, let's move into your actual reading. Something about this is like taking the straight and narrow route and not forever. Again, when the Fool card comes up, I'm the first to jump at, yeah, that new opportunity, try it. The Fool is a great card. Here it's not. Here it's like you're jumping too soon. I just keep wanting to say that. With the Emperor in reverse, just, yeah, proceed with caution. And where's that card? I always say handle with care when that comes up. Do it the right way. Don't do it the fast way because you want more results, because you want more money, because you want more happiness, because, you know, she is the one who lays down the rules, right? If you mess up, she's going to slap your hand, right? Something about authority. And telling the truth. Some of you may get caught up in some sort of white lie you told, and there's this desire to like almost tell another lie to get yourself out of this tricky situation. Again, I'm sort of getting you might be better off just to come clean. To get out of the rocky waters, don't make it worse. Like, you know, let's like smooth it out. Do the right thing. What an interesting reading this is, Scorpio. It's not illegal, I just heard. That doesn't sound good. All right, coming up in your energy, justice, truth, and then the Page of Bees in reverse. All right, so the Page of Swords. So in the upright, it's seeking information. Again, in the reverse, it's something like pages are children typically. Again, this whole Ferris Bueller high school cutting class metaphor. It's not illegal. Justice, the law, right? Some of you may be like trying to settle some sort of court case, or it may even have to do with trying to break out of a contract that you got yourself in and you don't want to work for these people anymore. So I don't know if you're like trying to fix the writing of the contract, or something about this is like truth, justice, liberty, like the enforcement of laws, the enforcement of like the rules of the authority. Again, like the principal scolding the student. Yeah, it's like you were misguided in your thought. You took action on something, said something, communicated something, put something in the form of a document that was lower vibrational. And karmic justice. Again, laws, government, even your overseer, whoever like makes the rule book in your workplace. It's like the scales will be balanced. There will be like, I just heard redemption. God, this is kind of uncomfortable. I keep getting the straight and narrow route is what's going to serve you. If you were at a crossroads, you have two about how to move forward and whether to speak your truth or whether to tell what actually happened. What's going to guide you is your heart and the truth. The high priestess says, you already know. So for those who are watching this going, I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't do anything wrong. Did you though? Did you, Scorpio? I'm laughing because this is like a funny reading. And it's funny because, again, you have these beautiful cards. All these cards are amazing. And there's something very sweet and pure and innocent about what you're doing. You're Ferris Bueller, you just wanted to go see the Chicago Bears game or whatever it is, but then it gets broadcasted publicly on television and you were supposed to give a presentation that day and your boss sees it. It's something like that, and just like, you're going to get spanked. Like the hard truth of the law is coming, Scorpio. So again, if you are at a crossroads on what decision to make, proceed with caution, handle with care, because something about this, you thought someone was going to be wearing a blindfold or wouldn't call you on it or would overlook the discrepancy. Just be real careful. All right, moving into this. What is your challenge or focus? The Hangman and the Nine of Bees, the Nine of Swords in this deck. Something about this deck specifically I chose for this, the idea of a bee that has a sting. You are the Scorpion, right? You also have a sting. But again, how I said God complex, it's almost like you forgot that other people around you have the stinger too. They have the power. There's something about an equalness in balance, in justice, in the power dynamic, in the structure of what's going on. It's like you thought you were witty or clever enough to like dance circles around your boss and they wouldn't even notice. Particularly if your boss is a Libra too. All right, Scorpio, what is this about? So your challenge or focus, here's what I get from this. The Nine of Swords is like the anxiety card. It's, thoughts keeping us awake in the middle of the night. It's letting your thoughts win. It's when your thoughts have power over you. And because the Hangman is a card of waiting for the transition, it's a card of Pisces, the dreamer. It's almost like you're imagining the worst possible scenario or the worst possible outcome. And maybe that has to do with why some of you are dodging the truth or trying to leave a tricky situation. It's this. It's like your thoughts are winning. They're overpowering you, but I keep seeing clips of Ferris Bueller in bed, like pretending that he's sick. Something about like a romantic, dreamy idea, again, of like the perfect day off. It kind of goes sour. Or there's something about thinking through all that could go wrong. Some of you are on the cusp of doing something big, the cusp of taking like a big leap of faith. Or again, giving your resignation, doing something, but again, breaking out of a contract, but in like a sneaky way. You want freedom so badly. You're wishing and hoping for transition, to leave something behind, to go do something different, to not be stuck anymore, right? The Hangman, he's stuck upside down. Again, this is a beautiful, beautiful thing. he rests in the position of the 4, right? The stable, the comfort zone, the stability zone, whatever you want to say. So I was saying, these were coming up saying like, keep it together, Scorpio, like keep it buttoned up. Like it's not time to just like throw caution to the wind. These 4s in particular, they're not always great. Every card has a higher and a lower vibration. I feel your desire to break free from something because there's no joy in it anymore. This is a card of boredom, complacency. This is sometimes the miser card, but I'm not getting that. This is like either you're barely getting by, like they're not paying you enough to stay, or you're just, again, kind of bored. It's like like a monkey could do this job. It's that type of energy. You're just like, get me the hell out of here. But again, he's keeping the 4 with his legs. Before he transitions, he really needs to think about it. Something about assessing the situation around, it brings you some sort of clarity of thought, of illumination. And with that, I am getting there's some message you need to communicate with someone that like sets you free. This is becoming like this like religious zealot type like preacher type energy. Just the truth shall set you free. But something about that is true, especially if you're trying to dig yourself out of a situation, like a hole or like an uncomfortable situation. If you've painted yourself in the corner, again, the desire might be to be silent and hope you don't get caught. The higher vibration is for you to come forward and like profess, like confess the truth, because it's something about you will be judged. This is such a weird reading, Scorpio. I don't even know what to make of this. Like, I'm sure half of you have clicked off already. But what the hell? Like, you have great cards here, but everything leading up to that or circling around it, I should say, it's urging you to, like, hold back. Your own card, it's like saying, hold back, Scorpio. And the Emperor in reverse, something about this speaks to me about Aries season. I don't know why that's coming up as a timestamp, but maybe that will mean something to someone. Maybe you hear back from a better job. Maybe there's something keeping you at this job or whatever currently because, I don't know, universe is looking out for you, right? Maybe there's a reason why you're supposed to stay here a little bit longer. Maybe the reward will be that much greater if you were to stay around. Let's jump into this. The help available to you is the Empress. I like that. And she's upright. Okay. The Chariot, or the Flying Machine, as it's called in this deck, and the Empress is upright here. This is the help available to you. So the Empress is the counterpart to the Emperor. They build the empire, again, in a career reading. I like seeing her because she's a badass bitch, right? Like she does the work, she creates things, she puts things out into the world, but she does it slowly over time. It's Taurus and Libra energy. So again, some of you working with a Libra, that's coming through very strongly. You have multiple cards of Libra. Something about incorporating you, Scorpio, and a Libra is going to be helpful, as well as maybe a Taurus and Cancer. I don't know if that means anything to anyone, but something about the dark and the light. This is speaking to me about collaboration. We always talk about, your dark and your light energies need to work together symbolically, those sphinxes or those horses that drive the chariot forward. There's progress, there's movement, there's victory in you yourself. Again, like reconciling the dark and light energies inside of you, which everybody has, right? We're all human. So it's something about you. It's like getting your mind right. This temptation of like, I don't know, liar, cheater, thief, for lack of a better creative term, indecision about, something that wasn't done in the highest vibration, or maybe you don't choose to do it. Maybe there's the temptation, but then you think of this video, you're welcome. Something about you vibing high, it puts you in a higher position to be seen or in the company or to enhance your reputation. Yeah, actually, reputation is coming through strong here. Potentially your finances too. Two cards of like the mom. Oh, this is sort of asking, that's so funny. That expression like, what would Jesus do or whatever, WWJD, I don't know. This is like, what would your mother do? Like would these shenanigans have your mother's blessing? Cancer is like the mother of the zodiac and the Empress is always pregnant. Some of you may actually work with your mother, or there's something about the mother is important. They may call you like the mom of the office or the mom of your team, or vice versa. There may be someone on your team who has very like maternal like vibes. And just to be clear, I think you like this person. It's probably not your boss, but it's somebody who's looking out for you. They may actually step in to give you some sort of advice or guidance to be like, Scorpio, like, like, we all see that, like, you're smoking weed during lunch and everybody smells it. Like, this person might be looking out for you in a way that is trying to usher in some sort of victory or help you sort of like create the life of your dreams, but they're calling you on some bullshit. Or they're calling you on, again, some sort of thing like they nudge you, like, keep it together. That's what we're saying with the fours. Keep it together. Like, don't let that wild card show just yet. It's not time. Like, keep the ace in your hand. I'm going to clarify it. Some of you have to hang in there a little bit longer. And even though it's a mundane job or you're not happy, there's reward there in the long term. You may be recognized or promoted in some way that changes your job or what you're doing, where you just end up liking it more, or you're willing to put more time and energy and care into what you're doing. But it's like you just got to push on a little farther. This is sort of like an endurance card to me. You just have to endure the mundane. I don't think what you're doing is miserable. I don't get that. It's just boring as you know what. You have to endure it a little bit longer. And again, something about doing the right thing, keeping the scales balanced, making good decisions, that's going to put you in a positive light for people to see. I keep getting that. Something about preaching to the groups, to the masses, the hierophant in a leadership position. Something about this long-term dream or goal, some sort of small opportunity within like this boring workplace, they may actually intersect in a way that you didn't entail, or sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. You didn't see it coming. You didn't anticipate. Entail. Good Lord. All right. Wow, so you have the Chariot twice. So if you're working with a Cancer that you're buds with, they're your fellow water sign, right? They're trying to help you. This devil may care, rebel without a cause streak you have in you, very Ferris Bueller, very, again, adorable. Everybody likes Ferris Bueller, except his sister, right? They're trying to tame this wild child in you. This is actually very Scorpionic because, again, I don't like to do fear-based readings, but you rushing into something because you think it's great or you think it's fun, you acting on impulse, be really careful with that because it may end up putting you, again, in an awkward-ass position. And I keep saying that, but that is a kind way of putting it. You may F yourself over. You may end up losing your job because you decided to blow off that meeting and X, Y, and Z, right? It's not for everybody. Use your judgment, use your intuition here. But yeah, this person is trying to steer you in the right direction towards being the Empress, right? She's kind, she's loyal. There's Libra energy in this, right? So again, balance, truth, justice, doing things the right way, not the quick way. It's earth energy. It develops over time. You can't rush the baby, right? For some of you, it's like, this is your baby and you want it to come out right now, let's do it. It's very, again, something about Aries. It's like very headstrong. Like we need to do it now. We have to do it this way. Empress is like, okay, whatever. Like, that's the thing. This person is going to let you make up your own mind, your own decisions. But I see this as like a guardian angel for you, Scorpio. Yeah, listen. What would your mother say? What would your mother do? For those who have a good relationship with their mother. All right, final advice or guidance for my Scorpios. The reciprocity card, Six of Pentacles. And then you have the Three of Bees, which is the the Three of Beetles, which is the Three of Pentacles. It did come in reverse, so let's take that into consideration. Something about you're going to be docked points. I don't know if some of you work on like some sort of point system, but if you go against the team, if you go off on your own, again, like little rebel without a cause, I'm going to do it my way because that's my way or the highway. I just heard that Limp Bizkit song. Fred Durst. If you go all Fred Durst and like reject the team, you want to do it your way. Frank Sinatra, there's a better example. Is he a Sagittarius? I think he is. He might be. I don't remember. Whatever. If you go off and go against the team, if you stop contributing positively to like the common goal of this group, of the family dynamic, of the relationship, something about your mouth isn't going to get fed. You're going to be docked points. You're going to be you won't be cut the paycheck, or your pay will be frozen, or something about that. It's going to affect the reciprocity. It's going to affect the relationship among a group of 3, potentially. That's not going to be for everyone. Something about this is like every man out for himself, not looking out for the common good of the team. Something about what goes around comes around. So make sure you don't burn any bridges. Make sure you're making decisions out of a clear place, out of a good place. Acting on impulse, like rash action. Yeah, it's like you're denying your inner truth. You know there's a right way and a wrong way, and my goodness is the temptation there to break free from like even this. Maybe it's just a prison where you work. You don't like where you work because you're bored. But how bad is it? Is it worth losing your job over? Is it worth even the idea of going on your permanent record? I don't know what that would be, but yeah, commit to the straight and narrow. Yeah, there is like this kind of preachy element to this reading, and I'm sorry, it's just how it is. But I want to clarify these things. What can we know about those? Why is this 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups coming up for Scorpio? What is the advice or guidance? Because you're not there yet. You're going after that in Fool energy. Hopefully none of you are like stealing money. That could be what this is. A huge sum of something that makes you instantly happy. Yeah, trying to acquire money in a scandalous way, that would go on your permanent record. The Page of Cups. As I was saying, there's something very innocent about what you're doing, but you're not understanding the ramifications of it. You're out of your element. Like, again, something about like, you're going to drown. This is such a weird reading. I'm sorry. But like, yeah, doing something that goes against what you know is fair and just, and something about being too self-righteous to see the truth or wanting to admit the truth. You're going to be docked. You're going to be knocked down in your position. You may be up for some sort of important title or role or a pay raise. And it's like, don't F yourself over. Don't be the little rebel. Why is this 10 of Pentacles in? Yeah, so I mean, I'm kind of getting the same message. I'm asking why these are showing up in your reading. Clarifying it as Page of Cups, 9 of Swords, which I think you've already had, and then 10 of Cups, which you definitely have twice. So the fact that this is coming up is great. But again, long term, there will be happiness, but you may have to settle for something less than perfect at the beginning. And it's something about you're stressing yourself out about all the details. You're letting your thoughts, again, have power over you. Some of you may be suffering from depression because you're just so unhappy here. It doesn't feel rewarding. You know, you're bored. It's emotionally like void. It's emotionally empty for you. This job isn't filling your cup. It's not making you happy. It's not paying you enough. Some of you it's like you're afraid to venture off and do it the right way. So again, you're willing to make a poor decision to expedite something, but I don't know, something about, again, not rushing it. There's some sort of idea that you're excited about, but you're presenting as a page, so go through the proper channels. It's almost like a page goes to a knight, and then a knight goes to a queen, and then a queen goes to a king. The king goes to the emperor, right? Something about a shortcut. Be really careful with that. You don't need to get overwhelmed about the process. Enjoy it, right? Have some fun, like flirting with the idea of it. Eventually, this is absolutely an option for you. But yeah, what's in between, it's almost like to get from A to B, There's mental strife there. You're so overwhelmed by how to get to the end goal. And it may have to do with confidence. And it may have to do with the confidence of going rogue, of going solo. But that's sort of a contradictory message of what I'm getting here. Because some of you are so ready to go. Some of you are just like, I'm done. Peace out, bitches. Like, yeah. I want one more. Let's see. Something about the mother came up again, or a Capricorn. Something about sharing this idea with other people. You think people are going to look down on you or think you're foolish. It may be a very unique idea or something kind of bizarre, especially if it has to do with like healing or spirituality or something that isn't like mainstream. Some of you are ashamed, like your parents aren't going to be proud of you. And some of you need to apologize for something. Okay, something about this may have to do with a family dynamic and having to offer some sort of sincere apology that's weighing on you heavily to restore happiness in the group. And this could also be like in the team dynamic of your coworkers. Yeah, legacy with the family. Again, emperor and empress, mother and father. Yeah, you have to make some sort of relationship right before you move on. Rather than sneaking out the back door, putting someone or yourself in an awkward position, causing more heartbreak or strife. It's almost like repairing some sort of relationship. This is a card of Gemini, if that means anything to you. Then you can move on. And again, it's something about, it's with a clean slate. It's with purity. It's because you did the right thing. Again, truth and justice. Bringing something back together again before you leave and split because you're the one who broke it, if that makes sense. This might all be a relationship read for some of you. I don't know. Yeah. Proceed with caution. Yeah, because if you do something in a self-righteous manner or in, again, very haphazard or a quick fix or shady dealings, I'm like, again, liar, cheater, thief card came up twice, right? Be careful because it's going to impact your funds and your finances and also the way people view you in this job, in this career around, I always say around the office, but translate that into wherever you work. It's going to put a stain on your reputation if you do something in a lower vibration, Scorpio. So yeah, make it right. Repair the relationship. Correct what has been severed or fragmented, whatever has been done wrong. If you make peace, if you reach out your hand to fix the relationship or make right the relationships, I don't know, then you get your 8 of Cups, and this card indicates, yes, you may proceed forward. Yes, it's time to move on. There's something better. So yeah, you're not going to be stuck here forever. Whatever this is that like you're bored out of your mind, maybe you're depressed. Find healthy ways of coping with that, first of all. You will know when the time is right, though, to move on. Again, something about right now, this very moment, let's say Aquarius season, it's not the time. Yeah, it's not the time. Aquarius and Pisces season, I am actually getting, keep your nose to the grindstone. Okay, this is great. Keep your nose to the grindstone. You're almost there. Then boom, Queen of Wands. Aries season is the time to start anew. Aries season is when that cup that you've been thinking about going after, or that cup that's been around but you want to go after it now. Aquarius and Pisces season are going to be important times of learning for you. Aries season, something big is going to happen. All right, that's what I got for you guys. This has been a long-ass reading. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what resonates for you, Scorpio, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye.